Yep. Going up. Going up. Woo! And soft. My first time recording over on a travel, and I'm really excited about it. This is really going to be a great time taking this kayak out and showing you guys what I can do out there. I'm going to show you guys over on the tips and tricks on, you know, what to do out there, what kind of over in the temperature, and I'll give you a little bit of feedback to kind of help you out when you go out in the water as well. So today we're setting up to go to Old Forge. I have a tournament up there. This is my third year into competition just in New York State. I've been doing a lot of tournaments with Slay Nation. It is a very good club, so if you do live up in here in upstate New York, I would recommend Slay Nation. They take care of you, they help you out, and they'll do anything possible to go and get you out there on the water and all of us to have fun. So over behind me here, I have my little beast over here, and we're going to be taking this out over in Old Forge. I'm not really looking forward to the drive at all. I don't like the drive to go to Old Forge. Don't get me wrong, Old Forge is a very nice place to go to. They have a very great tourist area, a lot of hiking. It's in the mountains and everything. I did this tournament about like a couple years ago, and it just I didn't do very good. I had a couple fish on the line, and my line kept breaking, and it just didn't go very well. So this time I'm gonna try and prepare myself for this tournament and hopefully do good and put some fish on the board this time. I'm hoping. So I just rebuilt this not too long ago, and I just put the new lights in here. This is the Yak Attack light bars. If you ever looking forward of getting something like this, it is a lot of money, as you can tell. This is a 2021 native watercraft. Yes, I had to go and look at the kayak to remember what it was called. And I've only had this thing this is my second year of having this. So let's get you around the board and see what we got here. This is my first year having a live scope. This is the first time that I've actually had a live scope and never even trying one. If you are looking for a live scope, or if you are into the competition and pricing over on the live scopes are very stressful and everything like that, this one wasn't really that bad. This is the Lowrance Eagle i9. I actually got this thing on Amazon. It was actually a pretty good deal. If you're really not looking to go in, break your wallet to getting one, and you really want to get one and you want to try it out, I would recommend this one. This one was roughly around $800 to $1,000. I know they usually go $1,500 to $2,000. This one was pretty good. I've only been using this one for about 3 months, and it's actually worked really great. I've actually had this combined over with a bigger one from a Garmin, and everything over in this site it actually works. You can even get the app to go and connect this over with the map, and you can pinpoint over on your map where to go before even going to the lake. The setup that I put on here was the only way that I was going to have it. Now, the guard is actually separate from the live scope. I had to put it all together and everything like that. So all this, like the bottom here and everything, did not come with the live scope. You have to go and make your own build if you have not done that before. I was going to have a bar that was actually going to go across here and actually have the screen up here, but with everything that was going on, it just was not going to work with the pedals here and the screen there. You know, I was looking at where I was going to sit, and it was just not going to work. So I found this over on Amazon, this whole build up here. So I drilled a couple holes down in here. She ain't going nowhere. I had to put this thing a little higher because when I have to go and put these up, it's going to come all the way up here. And I needed something that was going to do that. But if I was going to have the live scope to be down here, it would be hard for me to have my legs right here to go see even the screen. I really didn't want to go and have a hard time to go and look at the screen, to go and adjust it and everything like that. So my best option was to go and do this. And actually, this was really my only option, was this lift. The wires that I have over that are connected. This is connected to the transducer, and this is the main power line. This is the main power line for the battery. And I'll show you all that in a minute. This is the arm bar that I got for the transducer, and now I did a little bit of a cob job with it, and it wasn't really how I really wanted it, but it works. I had to go and improvise and make it my way. As you can see, I really only got like a clamp that's actually holding this transducer. It's a little loose. I mean, I did a little bit of adjusting on it, but it works really well. So I think I'm the third owner of this kayak. I'm not too sure about that. Forgive me. But a lot of the stuff that when I bought it, it had a lot of the stuff. So it had the light bar right here. It had these light bars up here, and these are like I think this side's red. This side's red. Yes. We got the little white bulbs over on the bottom. These aren't really that expensive. These are like 20, 30 bucks, I think. You can even get these on Amazon, honestly, if you're really looking for a new one or whatever. Now, another thing that actually came with it was the Humminbird Helix 7. This fish finder is not a live scope. I use this thing for more of like my mapping and everything like that. Side image, down image, just kind of like helping me out with the depth and everything, where to set and everything like that. This fish finder actually came with the kayak when I bought it. I got pretty lucky with it. The Yak Attack command center, I obviously can't turn it on because I have no batteries hooked up to it. The batteries are usually heavy when I go and I put it all together, so I didn't really want to put too much weight that is going to go on the kayak. A lift kit over with the seat. We got all our tackle stuff inside on both ends. This is really nice. I really like this. This was a very great option. This is another thing that actually came with the kayak when I bought it. Yeah. This is, I love it. This thing is so comfortable. Like I said, like if you're really looking forward of having a fishing kayak or having something like this, there's a lot of investing into it, and it's not cheap. It's really not, but it's worth it. It's worth it. If you really like your fishing, this is what you got to do. The Newport NK300. This will connect with lithium and deep cycle batteries. As far as I've known over on the modes, I haven't gotten too far over on that. I'm usually not the guy to go and look at instructions. I just go with it. I sometimes look in the book, but I like to go my way. Here we got the crate. The Yak Attack crate. I love this thing. This thing is literally bulletproof, waterproof. I keep all my gear in there. I keep my batteries in here sometimes. I really thought about like even having the holes here. I thought about putting this pole up on the Yak Attack. I might do that one day. I'm not going to do that right now. This is my camera and the view that I have. I only have it over directly on this side. I might push it just a little bit on that. These wheels, you got a hand pull and back and forth. Especially the ones with the holes on it. This actually came with the kayak as well. got very lucky with that as well. The pin won't come out. I don't know why this pin won't come out. Okay, so the pin comes out, and then this thing, I mean, you can literally just adjust this thing, and it will just slide right out. It's usually not that rough, and then I can just put it down. And this is really nice to go and launch into the water, especially in boat launches. You can take these cross country. I've taken this everywhere. I've even had it into a park to go down a trail, and it, not bad, man. It's not bad. Last but not least, we have over with the NK300 motor. I love this thing. This is the best motor that I've ever had. Last year, I built a motor, and that was really cool. I took a Minn Kota motor, I cut the top off, I extended the wires, I put the control system. I even actually still have the connections. So I would put the handle, I would put the throttle system right on this, and it would just sit right on top of that, and it would hang out here. Here we have the NK300 Newport motor. This thing is a beast. I can get up about 8 miles an hour with this thing. I have beaten this motor. I have taken it into very shallow areas. I've had it in sand. I've had it beat on rocks. I mean, I have beat this motor up. And I've only had this motor for about 2 or 3 months. And it still works really great. Now, there is a little bit on the heavy side on it. There is some weight on it. I think it weighs over about like 35 pounds. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please put in the comments that, you know, what it actually weighs or something like that, but I'm pretty sure it's about 35 pounds. On top of the battery weighs about 50 pounds on top of that. I bought a Lifetime deep cycle battery, and it's a 50 amp hour. It's a pretty big, heavy battery, but with how big this kayak is, it does durable with, you know, the weight that it has. And I don't think I put too much weight on it, but yeah. So the cable, I had a hard time when I first had this cable here. I had it sliding over on the top, and I thought this was going to work really good. It didn't really work good. It put a lot of pressure over onto the crate, and I did not like that. So I drilled in a ring here to keep the tension on the rope. And I wanted it to get out of the way of the crate, and especially my rod sitting here. It would be a complete mess. I have it all lined up, and I got a ring here over on the bar of the wheels, and it traces down. This is kind of my little cob job I have. I put some of these chains up here. I did the same thing here, but I go and the rope would be lining up, coming right down from the seat. And then I have a harness here, so I can grab it by the handle and I can pull up from here. And the motor should be up. And then I have the lock system here. I go and I put down the rope in here, and this is my setup of what I have. I have all the wires and the batteries. They go in here. The lid comes up. I think that's it. Yeah. Today, we're going to Old Forge. We got a hotel up there called Adirondack Lodge, and we are going to see the Fulton Chain for the tournament for next weekend. We're going to go pack up the truck. ready to go. Guys, just shut the garage real quick. So, we're all ready to go. It's all sealed up. I don't think she's gonna go anywhere. I don't think she will either. Alright. Going on the road. See you later. Hi everybody. We're about halfway heading there. We are got 44 minutes away. I fished 7th Lake over on the last tournament. I caught a couple fish in there. I had a couple big smallmouth that I did lose, so I know that they're in there. There is some really big northerns. I really hope that I get into some northerns or something. Tomorrow is going to be a little rough on the weather and the water. It's going to be a little rough. They're saying like 21 mile an hour gusts. Not looking forward to it. Other than that, it's not really saying much about wind. Morning it looks really calm, so I kind of want to get in early in the morning, fish it while it's calm, and then get out of there in the afternoon or so, right when the wind starts to pick up, so we don't have to be in. Alright guys, so I think I'm gonna go call it a night. Tomorrow we're gonna go hit the 7th Lake of the Fulton Chain. I want to check out that. There's a couple spots that is there. There's an island, and we're gonna go check the corners of that too. There's a huge cliff that comes up and down, so there's gotta be some smallmouth in there. I know there's a couple trees that I know that are in that area, so I'm gonna go and take a look at them. Maybe there's a couple smallmouth in there. And then over on the other side of the lake, there's a couple houses and stuff, so we might go check out that area. I know I've had a couple smallmouth down there, so I wouldn't be surprised if I did get any, even in the shallow area. I'm not sure if there's any largemouth. I really had a hard time at that lake, but we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna get tired, and I'll see you guys in the morning. With everything, the most main lure of this year that I have been using, and it has been very successful, is the Mooch Minnows, Rapellas, Crush City Customs. These are really awesome. These are only I think they were like $3 to $5. It's not too bad. So we're gonna take this out, and we'll see what it does over there on the 7th Lake. And if this doesn't work, I got a jerk bait. I haven't used that in the kayak, and I think I might put that onto the big rod and see if we can get some whackers, maybe some northerns. I'd like to get into some northerns if we have a little bit of time later, but we'll see what happens. We're up a little late, but I'm not in no rush today. We're just going to be checking out some spots and stuff for the tournament. hopefully maybe we can get into some big fish. I was doing some research this morning. I was checking the weather and stuff, looking at the lake. So this is the 7th lake we're gonna go check out. So it looks like it's pretty calm up over on that island. So I think we'll leave the launch and we're gonna work our way to the island, see what we can get on top of that. But the push comes to shove, I'll be bumped to a different lake if I'm not finding anything, which I highly doubt that I won't. But yeah, let's go check the 7th lake and see if we can catch some smallmouth or largemouth. So the reason why there is actually a reason why I go out late because the morning, when you do morning fishing, and it's very easy to go and catch fish. You can go into any spot. You can find a simple spot and they'll go ahead and bite. When it comes out later over into the morning to early afternoon, things start to slow down. They start to move in and they start to move out. They go in the deep, they go in the shallow. It really depends on where the bass are and what they are doing. And you know, if the water temperature is at 50 degrees, they're probably going to be over at like 5 or 6 feet. I'm hoping when I get in here, I would like to challenge myself to see if get into fish a little better. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go put and try out this jerkbait. I really like the color on that. That's cool. It's a nice color. Cool. is like deep. We're at 83 feet right now. I see a couple trees over on that side. We'll pick them later. I don't want to pick up on this rock. Try to hug out the wind for a minute. It looks nice all across there too. I might get the hell on out of here, dude. Gotta be something in this pocket, dude. So, weather's pretty bad. Wind's moving pretty good, so kind of in a tough situation right now. But I went on an island and try to figure out in the spots and nothing. So we'll see in a couple hours what the weather's like and the wind calms down. We'll go check a different lake. Not sure which one yet, but. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey guys, so this is the next day. I'm a little disappointed. Yesterday didn't go as planned. So winds were really high. I mean, they were moving, I think it was 20 mile an hour winds. When I looked at it, was like 30 mile an hour gusts. Waves were really high and really choppy. I checked over in multiple spots yesterday to go and find some bass, and I couldn't find nothing. I mean, especially with that wind blowing, there was just nothing I could find. My camera died. Camera died out there. Battery got soaked up in water and stuff. I got into a bad situation, and battery just shut off, and then shut off my camera, so I didn't really catch my wave coming back. But yeah, I tried to hold it off yesterday, see if the wind and the weather was going to hold up, but it just was not going to hold up. It was bad. I mean, I made a decision of my life to go and get out of that. So today is the last day of being here. So right now I'm just here packing up and stuff and taking a look at what my plan is. And hopefully I can get time over after I pack and get out of here. They're saying today, bad weather today too. So we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna look at the lake and see what happens. But yeah, let's hit the road and see if we can catch some fish. See if we can get out in the water at least. So what it's looking like out here, looks like the build of the weather is just starting to brew right now, and it looks awesome. Like I said, I'm not really that desperate to be heading out there, you know, especially in that weather. I just don't know what I'm getting into, and it's a new body of water. I've never been on it before, so I don't want to be stuck in the wind or something and then hitting on a stump or whatever, or rolling. So, and it's supposed to get worse than what we just saw. So well, this is me. I am signing off. Thank you for fishing with me, and I'll see you guys at the tournament next weekend. Alright guys, so change of plans. We are going out. Looks nice over here. Talked to the director, and it looks like we're gonna be okay. Alright. So we're gonna check out this spot and pull out of that. But this spot is good. I am not gonna have a problem. But it's got some no trailer parking. I'm surprised he didn't want to park here. We're going okay right here. Here we go. This is the first leak in the Fulton chain. We're going to check it out since we talked to the director. Says it's pretty good over here. We'll see. This where you caught your big bass?
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
Your first one.
Down there a little farther.
Really? There's a school. I found there's a school of them over there. I love it.
I
There's like a rock or something like right here.
There's rocks everywhere.
Like, are they like way up?
Some of them are, but most of them aren't.
Really?
You'll be cruising along. If you're too close to the side, you'll go from 5 foot to 1 foot like it's nothing.
Really? Ugh.
So you gotta pay attention.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be like Tupper Lake. We're going like 10, 15 feet and this only goes straight all the way up. Yeah, I saw that on the buoy up there. Alright.
Let me know when you get off the water safely.
I will, man.
Later.
I'll see you Saturday. Got herself a little perch. Sure didn't like that. There's perch, there's bass, dude. He whacked that. It wasn't, oh. Holy moly, dude. That's a big northern. Oh, shit, dude. He's gonna break off. Holy moly, dude. Oh. Oh, that's a huge northern. That is a huge northern. Oh man. Holy crap, dude. Wow. Look at the size of that. That's a huge northern. That's a pretty good northern, dude. See on these fins here, how they're all broken up here? She's been making her nest. These are signs of her spawning. I'm not sure if this is a male or a female, but that's a nice northern. That's a big northern. Alright, let's keep going. She was very sweet to me. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this weekend. Not my plan to come over on this lake. I was not planning to have someone over here that we're going to be doing the tournament with, and yeah, I'm glad I took a look at it, caught a nice couple fish. Didn't get any bass, that's okay. That's a good sign because it shows that they're still here, shallow in sand beds and stuff. So it's going to be quite interesting. So we have quite a bit of options here. We got the first lake, and then we have the fourth and the fifth lake. We'll do that as a plan B, and then we can do the seventh lake as like if we need to move to a different lake. You know, other options and stuff. It's going to be quite interesting to go and see how competition is going to do, if it's going to fall with me or if it's going to go away. The one lure that I used today was mostly the mooch minnow. I was going to use a chatterbait, but I left it over in my garage, and that stinks because I think I would have had better action with the chatterbait today. So it's a good sign. Water's heating up and stuff, so it looks like things are going to pick up within this week. So keep in touch. If you like and want to support me, what I do, and you like what I do here, please subscribe and like. It would help me a lot of what I'm doing here, and I would like to move forward about this. And